What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's full body mobility flow. I'm Colin, creator of Flow Life and founder of Flow Functional Training. I'm a DPT and functional strength coach, and I've been teaching people mobility and a minimalist based style of training for almost a decade now. I'm a husband and a father to 3 beautiful kiddos, and on this channel I share all the different methodologies I use to keep my body mobile and strong year round. Today we're actually traveling. We are in Miami, Florida. We're down here for a few days with my family, so I'm gonna get a little mobility flow to kind of loosen up my body. This will take you about 8 to 10 minutes to do, and it's gonna hit your entire body head to toe. All you're gonna need is a yoga mat or a towel. I'm gonna guide you through the entire thing. Let's get moving. All right, guys, welcome to this full body mobility flow. There's a lot of different exercises in this one, all selected based on the fact that I had just driven about 4 or 5 hours down to Miami with my family. So keep that in mind while you're doing these. A lot of these would be great for someone who sits at a desk all day, whether you're a desk worker or maybe you're traveling like I was. You're sitting at an airplane or at the wheel all day long. This is a great routine to do because it really focuses on a couple key areas that will typically hold stiffness from sitting a lot. So we're gonna start out doing 30 seconds of just hopping around. This kind of loosens up all the joints and really just activates the nervous system. And I've noticed having a lot more effective mobility sessions when I do a little hopping around right before. Usually 30 to 60 seconds is all you really need. Then after that, we're gonna take it to the ground, and we've got 8 to 12 reps. You get to select your reps on these exercises. 8 to 12 reps of doing cat camels. These are a little different than maybe a traditional cat camel. A lot of times you'll see people kind of use their head to look up and then come back down. For these specifically, I really just want you focusing on your thoracic spine, that middle part of your back that will typically hold a lot of stiffness from sitting. And this is, what everyone talks about when they look at posture and whether or not you have good or bad posture. That's really irrelevant in this conversation. It's more about just mobilizing the area, getting all those joints moving again. And when you've been sitting in a seated position all day long, they kind of tend to hold a little more stiffness. So just going through that flexion extension is super helpful. Next up, we have quadruped hip cars, okay? Some people call these hip circles. Really simple, highly effective exercise, especially if you're someone who struggles with stiff hips or anyone that has had a hip injury or hip pain in the past. I tore my hip labrum doing college track and field, and it's my left hip actually the one that's working right now in this part of the video. And just doing these hip circles 2 to 3 times per week, whether it's right before I work out or first thing in the morning, has been a game changer for the way that my hip feels. And really the big goal here is that your entire body, so your upper body, your trunk, and the leg that is touching the ground is all nice and stable while the other leg is working. You're trying to move relatively slow through these. You want to make sure that you have a controlled rhythm and that you're not rushing through the reps. I'm kind of going a little faster than I'd like to see, even on this side specifically, but that is one thing that you can focus on when you're doing these, going nice and slow, opening up the hip away from you whenever you're coming back, and then closing it back down to really take it through its full range of motion. The third exercise today, we're gonna actually work on your wrist. If you work at a desk all day, if you are sitting at a computer, if you're driving a lot, this is a phenomenal exercise. Anyone that's had carpal tunnel syndrome probably recognizes what these are. This is just kind of like a wrist extension pump. I'm doing this on my hands and knees. You can also do this up on a desk or a chair if you wanna elevate it up to a surface and kind of do it on, standing up. But this is essentially gonna really open up that basically front side of your wrist, where your wrist flexors are, that typically will get a lot of work when you're working at a computer all day long, and it'll allow you to really stretch those muscles out. After that, guys, we've got alternating quadruped kick throughs to a wild child. And I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but let's talk about this exercise. The kick through is really gonna help it's gonna force you to really learn how to stabilize your core and kind of actively extend through that hip. So that leg that's kind of bent and then pressing up towards the sky, it's almost like a glute bridge. So whenever you're doing these, you should feel like you're doing like a raised glute bridge and you're extending through that hip. The other leg's gonna stay nice and straight. It's just kind of there for balance, the one that you're kicking through on. And then the magic's really happening with your upper body right here. As you reach up and over, you're getting a lot of thoracic extension and rotation and shoulder extension as well, which is a movement and a position that we don't load up very often. Shoulder extension is going to help kind of stretch out the front side of your shoulder and your chest muscles, commonly tight if you sit at a desk all day. So enjoy that one, 8 to 12 reps on that wild child kick through. And then this one, hip 90-90, is one of my go-tos for just improving hip internal and external rotation. I'm doing one of the more advanced versions of this. It's kind of the hands-free version where I'm not really putting my hands down. So there's a lot of control involved with the way I'm doing it. Feel free, guys, if this one feels really challenging, put your hands on the ground behind you and kind of feel out what it feels like to go into that internal and external rotation on both hips. The front knee, the knee that you're leaning over, should be kind of in the full externally rotated position on each rep, while the back hip is the one that's in that internal rotation. So just remember that while you're doing the hip 90-90s, keep your hands on the ground if you need a little extra balance, and you can raise your hips off the ground with a cushion or a pillow if need be. And then this next exercise might be the one that I do the most often, okay? And it's the down dog to a hip opener flow. And essentially what we're getting out of this one, when you're doing that down dog, there's multiple things happening. Number one, your calves are getting stretched out. Your calves, your feet, everything down the back side of that lower part of your leg is kind of getting stretched out. You're also getting a thoracic extension and shoulder stretch as well. So if you press your head through your elbows as you go back right there, you're getting a lot of that stretching happening in the middle part of your back as well as your shoulders. And then as you come forward with that leg, you're now taking yourself into basically a single leg squat, and you're kind of working on that in-range hip flexion that's going to allow you to really prepare your hips for any type of squatting, lunging, split squats, anything involving that squatting position. It's going to really prepare your hips for the range of motion they'll need to be able to do that in a healthy manner. And then obviously when you come up and you rotate that inside hand up towards the sky, you're getting that good thoracic rotation. The next exercise you're gonna do is a wide stance spine sway. Now this one's gonna basically involve you forward flexing in a wide stance. You're gonna move your feet out to a relatively decent distance. You're gonna give yourself a hug, so try and grab the backside of both elbows. You're gonna lean forward, keeping your legs as straight as possible. You're gonna allow gravity to kind of pull you down, and you're just gonna sway back and forth. This one feels really good for decompressing the spine and overall stretching the muscles along your back, hamstrings, the entire posterior chain of your body. I love doing these. You can sit here for a little bit longer. I think I only did about 10 reps here. But this is a great movement. If you're someone who struggles with like a stiff back, or if you wake up in the morning with a stiff and tight back, phenomenal exercise just to kind of loosen things up. And there's almost some traction happening. If you guys are familiar with traction, kind of separation of those vertebrae in your back when you lean forward like that and allow gravity to kind of pull your upper body down towards the ground. This next one, this is the second to last exercise we're gonna do, is a little more advanced, a little more active. These are Cossack squat switches. So you're staying in that lower position. You're switching from side to side. Notice when I sit my hips back and down, the leg that I'm doing the Cossack squat with, I keep the foot flat on the ground, and I'm gonna press that knee out and basically try and turn this almost into like a single leg squat. And then the back leg, that toe pops off the ground and points up towards the sky. Those are great for opening up the groin, as well as preparing you for any type of squatting and just overall improving your hip mobility in a really active way. If you struggle with those, put your hands on the ground and do them with your hands on the ground. That'll allow you to kind of explore that range of motion. And then the final exercise we're gonna do are alternating warrior one poses. So this is basically where we're taking a long step out in front of us, almost into an extended lunge position. And what you're gonna try and do is kick that back leg as straight as you can get it while maintaining a good bend in the knee on the front leg. And then you're gonna take your hands and raise them up overhead, looking up towards the sky. That's gonna allow you to really stretch out the hip flexors as well as your lower back and mid back while you're doing this exercise. So it's a really, really good movement, again, for trying to get you out of that seated position that a lot of us sit in all day if we're working at a desk or taking a long drive or traveling or anything like that. This is gonna loosen up all the muscles that will typically get stiff and tight from that. So that's the entire routine, guys. I hope you enjoyed doing this one with me. If you need all the reps and exercises, I will list those in the description. I'll also put links to all of the places that you can work with me in the description. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel. I will see you on the next one.